March 26th, 2026 Apple Valley City Council meeting. If for any members who are in the audience who have signed up to speak when your name is called, please approach the podium to address the council. With that, the first item on our agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would ask all who are able to rise and join us in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is to approve the agenda. And Tom, do we have any changes?
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. We have no changes to tonight's agenda.
All right, we have no changes. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Motion from Councilmember, second Councilmember Hebert. We have one council member attending remotely tonight. Roll call votes for items. And Christina, do you mind calling the roll?
Hoopa.
Aye.
Bergman.
Aye.
Grendel. Hebert.
Aye.
Melander.
Aye.
Thank you. That item passes unanimously. The next item is the audience participation portion of the meeting. This is for items that are not on our agenda. I didn't see anyone on the sign up, but do we have anybody who would like to speak to the audience participation portion? I'm sorry? Yes, come forward. That's why that's why I asked the question was sometimes it's if they don't make the list, we don't want to take the opportunity away. Come on forward so the microphone picks you up and then get started, if you don't mind. For the 4 people at home watching right now.
Sorry, I'll be quick. So I don't know how this works. The internet told me if I want to propose a little addition to our law, to send it to city clerk.
Mm-hmm.
So I did in last month, but I never saw it being brought up. So I wanted to say that many citizens are concerned with non-disclosure agreements that are often signed around here. That was a big reason why last data center. So could take a look at that email. I found a similar little law that was already proposed in California, and it basically takes care of this problem. It's just
I understand what you're talking about, right? The state legislature is actually taking some of that up now.
Oh.
And probably a more appropriate place to have those kind of things happen than have them done city by city.
I wanted to ask because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. So, okay, cool.
Great.
So you know what's up. That's the most important thing, and people would appreciate if that. So
great.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Have a great evening. I'm not seeing anyone else, so we will go ahead and move on to our consent agenda. And these are items that are considered routine and will be enacted with a single motion unless a council member or citizen requests to pull an item. Council members, any items you would like to pull from consent?
No.
All right, seeing none. Residents, any items to pull from consent? All right, we don't have any items to pull, so we'll look for a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion from Councilmember Bergman, second from Councilmember Grendel. And Christina, please take the roll.
Hoopa.
Aye.
Bergman.
Aye.
Grendel. Hebert.
Aye.
Melander.
Aye.
All right, consent items all pass unanimously. And that moves us on to our regular agenda. And the first item is 5A. And we have always a fun item, which is some introduction and oaths of office for firefighters. And Chief Nelson, to take this one.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. We're here tonight to swear in 5 of our new firefighters that are getting off probation. So they started the process of becoming a firefighter over 2 years ago in April of 2024 when they applied to become a firefighter. They passed the written test, the interview, the background check, the physical, the agility test, psychological testing, just to show up here on day 1 to start their training. So September of 2024, they began recruit class. So we put them through EMR, or Emergency Medical Responder Training, then Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, and then Hazmat Ops. That took them till about March of last year. They received all their certifications from the training, so then they were issued a pager and were actually able to go out and start helping our citizens, responding to calls, attending the normal training with all the firefighters that we do every week. So throughout their time, once they've had their pager, they've worked through task books with additional on-the-job type training to make sure that they understand what's going on. Then this past January, their station captains gave their approval for them to come off probation, and we're here today to do the oath of office and badging. So I'd like to introduce them. First, Andy Atwater. You want to share, call anybody who's here with you?
Oh, my son and daughter Ava, and then wife Christina and grandma Babushka.
Nice.
Nice.
Mm.
Then Brandon. Nice. Mariana Mendoza.
Siblings, Susanna and Damien.
Nice. Darren Schoberg.
Got my spouse Laura, my son Henry, and my daughter Violet.
And Todd Szymanski.
Oh, good.
With me tonight, I have my wife Bonita, my daughter Bria, and my son Pat.
Thank you. City clerk to come up and swear them in.
Please raise your right hand. State your name.
Andrew Atwater, Bergenberg, Darren Schober.
Repeat after me. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
the United States
and of the state of Minnesota,
And of the state of Minnesota,
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of firefighter
of the office of firefighter
of the city of Apple Valley
of the city of Apple Valley,
in the county of Dakota
county of Dakota,
and state of Minnesota
state of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
So, if they're sworn in, typically firefighters, or just like our police officers, tend to pick someone substantial or significant in their life to help pin their badge. So we'll start with Andy Atwater. His son Aiden and daughter Ava are going to come up and help pin his badge.
Just kidding.
Mhm. Brandon Burke has picked his daughter Adriana, Adrian, and then Blake.
That's cool.
Then has picked her sister Susan. Darren picked his wife Laura. And Todd has picked his wife Bonita.
Mhm.
Thank you again for having us here and letting us swear in our firefighters in front of
Absolutely.
the council here.
Welcome, welcome everybody. We are happy to have you here. We know it's more a passion and a commitment than it is a job, but it certainly is a job. Also, to all the family here, just thank you all for coming out to support. Our firefighters can't do what they do without the family support behind them, and so it's kind of a family commitment when folks choose to join, and so we appreciate the family work as well. I love seeing everybody in the back of the room, right? Just kind of shows the support, and every time we do this, we have a room lined with all levels of experience and people coming back out to support the new folks on. And for you guys, I know you're missing dinners with families and that kind of thing to support these guys tonight too. So it means a lot that you're here. Thanks, guys. Welcome, and happy to have you on the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll give everybody a
don't
few
mind, we'll
minutes
scoot out.
to settle and reconvene wherever you need to go. I think you got some pictures to take and other fun things. So
Head downstairs. So, thank you.
absolutely go. It'll be much better than what's going on up here. So in fact, do you want to go here and I'll go downstairs? I don't. uh,
Thank you.
thank you all. Tim, we'll just give him a minute to kind of settle and all over the noise that way. Hey, Candy, since you're close to the door when everybody's out, do you mind just pulling it shut so we? Yep. It's usually Eric's job, but he's not closest to the door tonight. All right, next item on our agenda 5B is the Apple Valley Technology Park project, and Tim is going to walk us through all of the goodies here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. I'll be very quick tonight. Before you tonight is the final action on the Apple Valley Technology Park, the data center project proposed by Oppidan Development. Just very quickly here, I'm going to be just want to give you some background information on how this came about. So the overview of this original application, Oppidan was the applicant developer, along with Rockport LLC as the owner. This application started off with a rezoning from SG Sample to an MUBC mixed business campus. A preliminary plat of Apple Valley Tech Park, which was 4 lots and 2 outlots, which was revised, which I'll get into very quickly. A site and building plan authorization for about $1 million and change of total building space, plus several smaller support buildings, and also a conditional use permit. The current site guiding, again, not zoning, guiding of the site is MBC. This is mixed business campus. This is what is currently shown in our 2040 plan. But we also had, as part of this area, what we refer to as the figure 4.2 Orchard Place concept. This is our priority planning map that just shows the different various areas with the different prescribed land uses for this area. And this is what was initially, the area in green was requested by the owner to be revised. The current site zoning is SG, and the proposal was to just basically rezone this 135 acres plus or minus into this mixed use business campus. Again, the original plat started off as 4 lots with 2 outlots. It got revised, to 5 lots, 5 outlots later on. Won't linger on this too long because it's a site plan that just shows the outliers of the 5 buildings with the support buildings, with the ponding areas in the south. As we indicated, we created a new mixed-use business campus district that would overlay on an MBC guided area. Up on the screen, you're going to see a data center definition. I'm not going to read it all, but basically this was pulled from various other ordinances throughout the metro and also nationwide. We also provided it as a conditional use in the light industrial manufacturing uses. We also had a considerable amount of standards that were provided in that MUBC. So over a year ago, on February 5th of 2025, we brought forward the applications for the rezoning, the subdivision, and the site and building plan authorization. The CUP was also part of the application process, but it was held off because we did not yet have an MUBC district created yet. And the expectation would be that we would hear that later on once this application proceeded. We provided a detailed presentation that night, received a number of comments, and the Planning Commission decided to keep the hearing open for a future date. February 25th, we did receive some additional information. That information was eventually presented over a year, almost a year later on March 18th, 2026. I'm going to jump back real quick here. On January 15th, a comp plan consideration by Rockport was considered under a public hearing on January 15th, 2025 by the Planning Commission. Hearing was closed and it was tabled to a future meeting. Eventually, it was brought back on April 2nd. The comp plan was reconsidered by the Planning Commission, and the Planning Commission recommended denial on a 5-to-1 vote, basically with the understanding that they didn't want the vision changed in that area. So the comp plan application was eventually brought forward for your official consideration on January 22nd, just a few weeks ago, and you unanimously adopted Resolution 2026-11, which denied that comp plan amendment in its entirety. After that action, staff did reach out to the Oppidan group and said, listen, without your comp plan amendment, your application is pretty much cannot advance without some changes. What was your prerogative? Eventually they came back and said they wanted to present their applications forward. A few weeks ago, on March 6th, the applicant, Oppidan, officially withdrew its application to rezone the property from SG Sand and Gravel to mixed-use business campus. That was followed by an official letter from Rockport that they withdrew their consent. So the rezoning is off the table. Therefore, without that rezoning, the data center would never be allowed under the SG regardless. So this application cannot really move forward without the rezoning. On 3/18 of this year, the PC conducted a separate public hearing on the conditional use permit that was held over, reconvened the open hearing from February 25th. We did receive one comment from the app's representative, which is reflected in those minutes. We closed the hearing, and the council or the planning commission did recommend denial of the plat, site and building plan, and conditional use permit. Just a reminder, the rezoning was not on the table. Coming. Oops. I'm going to speed through these real quick here. Sorry. Can you get to that action? Sorry. I'm going to jump right here.
Like you're arm wrestling each other over
Yeah.
control of the mouse here.
Thank you. One more, if you could. Thank you. So tonight, we want to, there are some additional comments that have been received. Hopefully you had a chance to see those on your dais. We would like to accept those as additional public comments for this meeting and make them a part of the official public record. We have 3 separate actions tonight. This is on the advice of our attorneys. We want 3 separate actions to adopt a resolution for the preliminary plat, deny the preliminary plat, adopt a separate resolution denying the site and building plan, and adopt a resolution denying the CUP. With that, I can stand for any questions or comments.
Council members, are there any questions for Mr. Benetti? Councilmember Grindle, you're
I'm ready to make a motion. I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution denying the preliminary plat of Apple Valley Technology Park as requested under planning application case number PC 24-23-B CSZ, and that includes the findings already noted within our packet.
We have a second for that
Second.
motion from Councilmember Hebert. Would you like to take a roll call on that item, Christina?
Yes, Mayor. Hoopa,
Aye.
Bergman,
Aye.
Grendel,
Aye.
Hebert,
Aye.
Melander.
Aye.
Thank you. That item carries unanimously. Councilmember Grindle, do you want to make other motions or your light's still on? So I
I'll
didn't.
move
Great.
B2 also.
So-
Adopt the resolution denying the site and building plan and building permit authorized the proposed Apple Valley Technology Data Center campus as requested under planning application case number, which I already read previously with the findings noted herein.
We have a motion from Councilmember Grindle. Do we have a second? Councilmember and Christina, take the roll, please.
Hoopa,
Aye.
Bergman,
Aye.
Grendel,
Aye.
Hebert,
Aye.
Melander.
Thank you. That item carries unanimously as well. So we're on to B3. Councilmember Grindle, you're on a roll. Do you want to keep?
To adopt the resolution denying the conditional use permit for the proposed Apple Valley Technology Park Data center use as requested under planning application previously already stated with the findings herein.
Motion from Councilmember Grendel. Do I have a second?
Second.
From Councilmember Hebert. And I almost forgot. Christina, would you please take the roll?
Hoopa,
Aye.
Bergman,
Aye.
Grendel,
Aye.
Hebert,
Aye.
Melander.
Aye.
Thank you. And just a quick thanks, I shouldn't say a quick thanks to staff because nothing on here has been quick. And Tim, your planning staff, Matt, your staff, city engineer, there's a ton of time that has gone into this, city attorney as well. I probably missed 42 people in that acknowledgement, but we're a year plus into trying to find a way to make this work, and it just didn't work, and we appreciate your time to get us here to this point. So thank you guys. With that, we'll move on to staff and council communication. And Tom, do you have any items for us?
Mr. Mayor, just one. Our police chief has an announcement, and Nick Francis will come on up and do that.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. So April is Autism Acceptance Month, and our department is pretty active in that, taking the opportunity to have some events throughout the community that are a little bit more sensory friendly for our autistic community members. The first one coming up is going to be Saturday, April 4th. It's the day before Easter. We have a sensory friendly Easter egg hunt right here at. This is the 4th annual event. It is free to the public, but we do request registration in advance. And so on our website, they're able to register and come out. I'm planning to be there. I've been there every one before. It's a great time. It just gives the opportunity for folks and kids that are a little overwhelmed with the mass chaos of that traditional Easter egg hunt that we all probably loved when we were younger, and has a little more controlled, weather non-dependent opportunity here at City Hall. So we invite the public to look that up, and if it appeals to you, to come in, and hopefully we'll see some folks on April 4th.
Great.
Thank
Thank you. Thanks for hosting. Any other staff items? Council members, any items this evening? Councilmember Hebert.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to acknowledge and say thank you. It feels like it was a long time ago, but we had a snowstorm since the last,
Just a small one?
just a small one with 14 inches, and just wanted to acknowledge and say thank you to our Parks and Rec, our street maintenance, Public Works, for all their work. The roads were great and did a fabulous job. And then also just acknowledging our police and our fire staff that staffed the fire stations just in case, and they were out there ready to serve our residents. So I just wanted to say thank you and well done.
Ever notice how those never come like 9 to 5 Monday?
No, they never do. They never do.
Working. So yeah, it's a lot of weekend time given up. Anything else? All right, with that, our next city council informal meeting is Thursday, April 9th at 5:30. And our next regular city council meeting is Thursday, April 9th at 7 p.m. Do we have a motion to approve the calendar of upcoming events?
So moved.
Second.
Well, motion from Councilmember Bergman, second from Councilmember Hebert. All those in favor indicate.
Do a roll call?
Oh, we do. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember.
Almost got to the end. Thank you.
Hoopa,
Aye.
Bergman,
Aye.
Grendel,
Aye.
Hebert,
Aye.
Melander. Councilmember Melander, could you unmute your mic? Thank you.
Thank you. All right. The last item on our agenda is looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion from Councilmember Hebert, second from Councilmember Grendel. Let's just do one more roll call for fun.
Oh, that's right.
Hoopa,
Aye.
Bergman,
Aye.
Grendel,
Aye.
Hebert,
Aye.
Melander.
Aye.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We are adjourned. Have a great evening.